singing a few songs. It doesn't matter what the words are. They do happen to be kirtan songs mostly, but it's more about the vibration. And we're doing this as a meditation, which doesn't mean anything actually, if you're a non-dual person, which doesn't mean anything. It just means that we're simply noticing what is, realizing that God is what is, life is what is. So just sit back, relax. We've got some nice images on the screen behind us. And just sink from the mind to the heart. If there is anything as a spiritual path, it's moving from the mind of concepts and thoughts down into the heart, the sacred center, the sacred self, if you will. Bolo, bolo, Sada Shiva bolo, Om Namah Shivaya. Bolo, bolo, Sada Shiva bolo. Just relax your body, relax your mind, relax your heart, relax your awareness, relax anywhere that feels like it might be tense. Just relax and melt into the heart, the ocean of compassion, Karuna Sagar, the ocean of mercy, compassion, and loving kindness. Just melt. Let all fear and tension and even all sense of self, let it all melt and disappear into the heart of God, into the heart of the beloved. Bolo, bolo, Sada Shiva bolo, Om Namah Shivaya. Bolo, bolo, Sada Shiva bolo, Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Just relax. It doesn't really matter what's happening. It only matters to the me, to the false self, and that's okay. But really, no matter what is appearing, no matter what is arising, no matter what is happening, whether it's pain or pleasure, because basically that's how we can split, seemingly split this reality into pleasurable moments and painful moments. It's not that we want pain. We're not looking for pain. We're not searching for pain. We're simply saying that if pain is there, then we have to acknowledge, we don't have to actually, but we might want to acknowledge that pain and pleasure are one. That all there is what is. All there is this. Nothing appearing as everything. Nothing appearing as life. Emptiness appearing as form. So if there is pain, actually, if you resist pain, that's usually when pain turns into suffering. Pain itself is only a sensation. If we're talking about physical pain, if you stub your toe, pain arises and then it disappears. Psychological pain, again, is something that is more about a resistance and a confusion, a misunderstanding about what is the self and what is not. So for the moment, just let your mind tell any story it wants, but I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe the stories in the mind. But it's up to you. You're the one in charge. You are your own spiritual authority. You decide, should I believe this thought? Should I give it my power by believing in it? Or should I simply watch it as a bubble, a thought bubble arising, floating, and disappearing? Bolo, Sada Shiva Bolo, Om Namah Shivaya. Bolo, bolo, Sada Shiva Bolo, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah simply relaxing, letting go. Letting go actually means letting be. Whatever is, let it be, if you can. Simply allow whatever is arising to arise, because whatever comes will go. Whatever arises will fall. Whatever appears will disappear unless you hold on to it. Unless you start wrestling with the mind, fighting the mind, telling the mind, you shouldn't be feeling this. I will try to control you. And what ends up happening is you end up suffering. You end up giving power to thought, power to beliefs. You end up wrestling with the mind, and pretty much you can wrestle with the mind forever. So why not simply see the mind as what it is? Actually, in one way, it really does not exist. Can you show me a mind? Is there a mind? We see a brain. We can cut open the head and see a brain. We can understand that the brain is creating some 60,000 thoughts a day, neurological impulses, electricity. But are you these thoughts? Can you actually point to a thought and say, hey, I am that thought? Even the most beautiful thoughts that we can think of. I am love. I am awareness. Maybe they make us feel good when we say them, when we believe them, when we realize them. But even at the ultimate absolute level, there is no I. There is no subject object. There's only what is, which is nothing. It's a zero. It's an emptiness, but it's an emptiness, a void that is full to the brim, full of, we can't really actually put a word to it. It's a mystery. It's a beautiful, divine, sacred mystery. Nothing is said, nothing is heard. When the heart is dancing with the master. Maybe this might be too loud, although I do love the sound of it. Nothing is said, nothing is heard. When the heart is dancing with the master. When the heart is dancing with the Master, la, 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 when the heart is dancing with the Master. When you sink into the heart, all there is silence. It's different than someone telling you, be quiet, don't talk, shut up. It's nothing so aggressive at all. It's a sacred silence, a silence that is so delicious. In fact, it doesn't feel like a limitation. It's not that you want to say something, it's that you realize that all words fall short. It's that you feel so good, so full, so content, that nothing feels like it is missing, because nothing is missing. In oneness, in wholeness, in completeness, everything is present. Everything is alive for you, as you. Nothing is said, nothing is heard. When the heart is dancing with the Master, nothing is said, nothing is heard. When the heart is dancing with God, la, la, when the heart is dancing with the Master. When the heart is dancing with God. Tat savitur varenyam Bargo devasya dhimahi Diyana Asatoma
Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityamritam Gamaya Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityamritam Gamaya Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityamritam Gamaya Shanti, Shanti,
Now just spending a few moments in true contemplation. Allowing the body to relax. Allowing the mind to relax. Allowing everything to be as it is. Nothing to do, nothing to say, nowhere to go, no one to be. Just banging into things, even that is life. Just allowing everything to relax. Taking a few deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling the prana, the life force. Letting go of all tension and relaxation. Not letting go of relaxation. Getting too relaxed. Letting go of all fear and tension and holding. Again, just letting everything melt. Everything dissolve in love. There's literally nothing to do in this moment. We aren't trying to meditate. Don't try to meditate. There's no effort involved. We are simply being what we cannot not be. We already are what it is that we think we want to become. What a statement. The Parabrahman. If we want to put a word to it, Nisargadatta Maharaj called it Parabrahman, the absolute supreme reality. The absolute supreme reality. He said the void is completely empty and simultaneously completely full. Emptiness and fullness are not two different things. It's basically like the yin-yang symbol. It's a beautiful symbol for non-duality. Everything is included in life. Have you noticed? Life is not one-sided. Life is everything. Perhaps that is the mantra that we need to be reminded of again and again. That life is everything. 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 Nothing is outside of the self. Nothing is outside of God, outside of the divine, outside of the beloved. All there is the beloved. But of course, we can take moments like these to stop, to relax, especially if you're in the midst of a busy day, to take a few moments to settle, to sit, maybe do some asana, some yoga practice or tai chi, some sort of movement to move the energy, because everything is energy. To ground the energy, to let go of some energy. It's okay. Everything's okay. It's okay to let go of some energy. Allowing everything, accepting everything doesn't mean you have to stay with everything. If there's anger, there are many ways to work through the anger. If there's fear, there are many ways to work through the fear or the grief, the sadness, the loss. Non-duality, in a way, is looking at denial. Do we wish to be in denial of what is? Sometimes people are even in denial of their joy. Can you believe that? They think it's wrong to be happy. They've been told by whomever, it doesn't really matter, that they should be more serious. They shouldn't laugh. Of course, for everything that is said, the opposite can also be shown as well. It's about balance. It's about harmony. It's about being open to both and everything. And really, it's about what's happening inside. It doesn't mean that you have to express laughter and joy in every moment. It might not be appropriate in certain moments if you're in the middle of your work meeting and there's $100 million deal on the table. You might not want to just blow up into laughter. Or maybe you will, who knows? But it's about what's happening inside. You can look very serious on the outside. Okay, $100 million deal. Inside, your heart can be full of bliss, laughter, joy, love. You can be sitting at a table in the middle of a meeting and everyone is focusing on the meeting, and so are you. You're being responsible, you're doing your job, but you're also feeling so much love for the people in the room, and they may not even know that. Or they may, one or two may feel it. There might be a subtle, small recognition, maybe just a smile to another person. Maybe something in the eyes can be seen and perceived, a love, a joy, a twinkle in the eye. It's about what's happening inside of you, apparently inside. What's happening with your thoughts, your mind, your mental states? Is there peace in the mind? Is there peace? Or is there war in the mind? Is there hell in the mind? Is there heaven in the mind? What's happening inside of you? What's happening in your heart? What feelings are arising? I like to say basically there are four. Let's say happiness. And then there are three that are basically reactions to loss: anger, sadness, and fear. This is an oversimplification. From these four, many other sub-emotions can be labeled. From anger, you might see frustration, annoyance, irritation, rage. From fear, you might see nervousness, stress, anxiety. From sadness, people might say depression, sadness. And of course, for happiness, there's peace, happiness, love, the one that everybody wants. They want all the good feelings, the positive feelings, of course. They're much more pleasant. I remember Stephen and Andrea Levine saying, the happiest people we know are the ones who have looked at their grief, who have dealt with their grief, who has, let's say, who have gone into the darkness, let's say. Those are the ones who apparently have more light. They weren't living from the shallow surface. They went deep, 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 deep into the heart, deep into the mind, looking at everything. Not just analytically, not just from the mind, not with pity, but a real journey, a real adventure, a real exploration into what is happening. Why am I like this? Why do I react to this? What's happening in my mind? What do I believe? What's happening in my heart, in my soul, in the depth of my being? What is there? Nothing is off limits. It's your life. It's you, apparently. There are many doors, we could say, that we can open, and behind every door is a treasure to be found. Maybe some old pain, maybe some old trauma, maybe some joy and delight, maybe some bliss. Non-duality, oneness, Advaita Vedanta, it means this is it. This is it. You don't have to go 1 mile. You don't have to go 5 seconds into the future or try to go 5 seconds into the past. This is wholeness. This is everything. The universe is here. The same universe that Buddha lived in, that Jesus, that Muhammad, that all Rama, Krishna, all the great saints and sages and avatars, they all looked up at the same moon, the same sun. They all inhabited this same sacred planet. They all, we could say in a way, surrendered themselves to the divine, surrendered themselves to something greater than just their small little lives. And that's why we remember them. That's why we imitate them. We emulate them. Why we worship them. Why we adore them. They seem to be like superheroes in a way, people that have gone beyond what the normal, average human being has done or seen or experienced. But it all starts here. We may listen to these stories of the great ones and be inspired by them. They might motivate us and compel us to take another step. But the step is taken here. It's happening here. The aliveness is here. This is where all the aliveness is. This is where all the intelligence and creativity is. It's here. God is here. The beloved is here. Here. Now. You don't have to wait for it. In fact, waiting for it will make you miss it. Hoping that it will come sometime in the future means you will forget or not see that it's actually happening right here and now. Love. Love is in your heart now. Even if you maybe don't feel it, love is always present. The beloved is always present. God is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. God is always here. He's above you, below you, in front of you, behind you, everywhere. 360 degrees. God. God. You can pray to that God. You can speak to that God. God, is it true? Are you here? Are you everything? Can you help me to see that you are everywhere and in everyone? I want to see as God sees. I want to feel as God feels. When God, let's imagine that God were some being with a white beard or whatever, up in the skies, looking down at this planet. Do you think God only sees beautiful things? If God is really seeing everything, then that means what? He's seeing all the pain and all the pleasure, all the wars and all the moments of peace. God is seeing all the good days and the bad days, all the violence and the crime, and also all the helping and the good that happen. God is seeing everything. Do we wish to see everything? Do we have to see everything? For many of us, we will never encounter everything. I mean, no one will encounter everything. For many of us, we will have a certain life that's, well, it could be more towards pleasure, or it could be more towards pain. Maybe you were born into a rich family and all you really know is pleasure. People waiting on you and, whatever you want to buy, you have the money, you have the means to buy it, to purchase it. Or maybe you were born in a very poor area on this planet, and maybe life will always be struggling for you to survive, to make sure that you're fed or that your family's fed. Or maybe you're somewhere in between, just barely getting by, as I've heard them say, well, this is in America, but that everyone is like 2 or 3 paychecks away from being homeless. Of course, with COVID this last year, things are even more stressful, even worse. Many people have lost jobs. Many people aren't able to work as much as they were before. So what do? We take a few moments to come back to the heart. Yes, we can look outwards. We can focus on all the problems, all of the challenges in the world. And I think it's good to see everything that's happening, to be open to everything that's happening. It's not just about us and our personal enlightenment, my journey, and I don't care about anybody else. I don't think that's the point. It's about taking moments, though, it is, to come back into our hearts, to sing a few songs, to meditate, to do Tai Chi, to do yoga, to look at the ocean, to look at the sun setting, to listen to some beautiful music, to watch, moments of watching the breath, moments of prayer. God, I love you. I surrender to you, God. Not my will, but thy will be done unto and through me. Moving into the heart of loving kindness, compassion, and mercy for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your pets, for your plants, for the city you live in, the country, the world, the universe. allowing that loving kindness, that joy, that freedom, allowing it to expand and expand and expand, allowing the entire world to float in your heart, allowing the entire universe to float in your heart. Feeling that oneness, not just believing it as a thought or concept, everything is one. No, feeling it, allowing yourself to be vulnerable, allowing yourself to let your defenses just soften for a moment and to open the veil, open the curtains, and to look around. Who else am I sharing this planet with? Who are these 7 billion other people that are inhabiting this same globe? Who are you? Who am I? Is there someone inside? Is there a person? Is there an ego? These are non-dual contemplations. Self-inquiry, looking within. Do you find a person inside? Looking outside and speaking with the people who you share this planet with, looking to the people who you share your home with. Is there anything I can do for you? How may I serve you? How may I love you? How may I support you? What do you need? Maybe I can't give it to you, but I can listen to your thoughts, your feelings, your fears, your desires, your needs. I can listen to your joy, to your happy stories, to your painful stories. We can have a relationship. Spirit bearing witness to spirit, oneness falling in love with itself. It just happens to be in a different form, apparently. And now just spending a few moments in silence, because I think I'm speaking too much. Gratitude, love, peace. Feeling connected to everything. Allowing life to flow through you. I am that I am. I am the absolute supreme reality. I am not just the body. I am not just the mind. I am awareness. I am beingness. I am consciousness. I am the absolute. And also there is no I. There is no one. There's just this. God is this. God is what is apparently happening. God is what is. God is life. God is love. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me. Love is always better when it's shared, when it's felt together with someone you care about, with a group, with humanity. May all beings be free of suffering. May all beings be at peace. May all beings melt and disappear in their hearts. May all beings be full of energy and life, creativity and intelligence. May all beings have food to eat, water to drink, shelter from the elements, clothing to keep themselves warm. May all beings be what they are, who they can become in some cases. May all the plants and the flowers grow, arise, blossom, unfold, and spread their beauty and fragrance. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Om Shanti, 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 Shivaya Gurave Sachitananda Murtaye Nishvara Panchaya Shantaya Nirlamaya Tejase. Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukmiva Bandhanam Mrityo Mukshyamam Mritat. Shanti.